Welcome to Buddha Stirs My Coffee. This is episode 17. I'm going to try to give you a little explanation of what the Pilgrim's credential passport looks like, and then some of my final thoughts on the Camino. I've gotten a lot of questions about the the credential or the Pilgrim's Passport and how it's used during the Camino. So I thought I'd give you a quick explanation. You get the passport when you sign up for the Camino. You fill out your name and other things associated with it. You go online. You can put your starting date, your location, etc. You can set up an appointment for your Compostela. But if you're not sure when you're going to get there, you can make that appointment at a later date. But if you set it up right away, you get an email back showing you when your appointment to get your Compostela is. I didn't do that. I waited until I got to Santiago. But the name of the game is you get 2 stamps a day that kind of tracks your progress along the Camino, and this gives the officials in Santiago a record of your route, so they can verify that you indeed have covered the appropriate distance to qualify for the Compostela. So every hotel has a stamp, and normally when you arrive or when you leave, you get a stamp at that hotel. You need at least 2 stamps a day, but you're likely to get more than 2 stamps a day because you're everywhere you stop. Have a cello or a stamp that gives you a record of that stop. So cafes, just individuals who set up stamp stations along the route. A fellow had set up a station and developed a very pretty stamp. As you're walking along, you run across these people. They'll stamp it for you, add little decorations. You often have to give a donation. You don't have to give a donation, but you do. And then historical churches almost always have a particular stamp. If you've looked at my previous videos, you notice that when we stopped at Adventist in Iran, there was a very old church, a very historic church, and a blind caretaker who was there and stamped your passport. So he stamped that and then added some extra stamps and a date stamp that indicated the day that you were there. So you go through and just get your stamps at various hotels or various locations that you've stayed. You try to get at least 2 a day, but as I said, everywhere you stop has stamps, and you kind of want to get those stamps just to kind of act as a remembrance for you as you're going through it and determining where you stayed. So it tracks me all the way to the very end. The second to last day I stayed here. The last day, of course, I stayed in the Parador in Santiago, and that was a thrill. That was really nice. So that indicated my last day. So you bring this to the office when you're ready, and they verify it, and then you get your Compostela. It's as simple as that. Well, I've been home a little over 2 weeks, and I've had time to think about what the Camino meant to me and why I enjoyed it as much as I did. As you might recall, if you've looked at my previous videos, I was kind of a little let down at the end of the Camino. I arrived in Santiago, excited about arriving and hearing the bagpipes and standing in the square, and it was exciting, but at the same time it was a little bit of a letdown. I think because you were looking forward to arriving, but also a little sad that the Camino was ending. So I think a lot of pilgrims have this. A lot of pilgrims have this mixed feeling about coming to the end of their Camino. I think there was another issue as well, and that is as I mentioned previously, I think you develop a momentum as you walk the Camino. You accelerate from stage to stage. You become a better walker. The walk is not as tiring. You become more attuned to the rhythm of the Camino, and have it end is just a little disheartening. And I think there's one thing that particularly appealed to me, and that is, while you're on the Camino, your life becomes simplified. The complexity of your life, your complexity of your normal life is reduced down to your walk. You get up in the morning, you have a light breakfast, you make sure your pack is packed properly. You load up and you hit the road and you walk. At the end of the day, you stop, you have something to eat, you organize your life a little, maybe make a video, go to sleep, you wake up the next morning, it's the same thing. So your life is reduced to this simple daily routine. And I think when you come to the end of that, when you reach Santiago and you realize that that's over, it's just a little bit of a downer. So I think that compounds that issue of mixed feelings at the end of your Camino. My thought would have been, or my thought is now, that had I known now, or had I known then what I know now, I would have planned a little longer Camino, or I would have planned a continuation. I think I would have walked to the sea. I would have planned an extra 3 or 4 days and walked to the sea. But if this helps anybody that's planning a Camino or on a Camino now, I'll be very happy. It certainly would have helped me to make my plans had I had this kind of insight previously. Well, bon Camino, and hope to see you all again soon. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you like to see these videos. It's free. Hit the little like button, and also hit that little bell if you want to be notified the next time that I post a video. Thanks for watching.